Excluding the possibility that a female Scandinavian Olympian was running around outside our house last night, what else might be a possibility?
Hey guys, welcome to the think tank. And I do have lights. I didn't know if I was going to be able to avoid these or not. Let's try. No. How you doing, Shauna and Mexi, Christy, Carrie? Good to see you guys. You know, I've got some stuff to go through, but that Mexi? This has been bothering me for quite a while. And I thought, well, actually, Mexi and I were talking, and I was telling her I was getting pretty wound up about this. It's a trigger for me. I'm sure it's a trigger for a lot of people. So, with this particular live, we are going to do a big trigger warning just based on what the topic is and how it can affect different people in different ways. So, it's triggered me abso-freaking-lutely. I'm having some problems with it. I don't know how this has been able to go as far as it has with these people and all their big bucks. It makes me ill. My biggest thing has been this Justin Bieber. I don't listen to his music. I know who he is type thing. And he's Canadian. So, of course, there's that. But, what has allegedly happened to him? I don't know how many other people can put themselves kind of in his shoes just through their own personal experiences. But if this has happened to him, this would be probably the biggest secret ever to him. He'd be embarrassed. He'd feel he brought it on himself. He would, all the different things that a person goes through when they've been traumatized. And this kid has to do it publicly. He has to do it where all of a sudden everybody knows what has allegedly happened to him. There's that one video out, and I'm not even going to show it because I tell you what, it's going to make me vomit. But it looks like he's with what is his name? Odell Beckham? I think so too. I mean, how could you not? And I've kind of watched, thank you for that, mentalhealthhotline.org. A person feels guilty when they get traumatized like this. I don't know how it all works. I'm not a shrink. I'm not anything along those lines. But the victims feel guilt and they will want to jump into rugs. They will drink. They will do everything they can to stop their brains from dealing with what is going on in their lives. So this kid, I mean, he was like, what, 14, 15. And we've seen the parties. We've seen this kid we've seen a lot, a hell of a lot more than he would ever want us to see. And why are these like disgusting pigs? Like, why are they getting away with this for so damn long? And this piece of shit wants to call himself love? Are you kidding me now? Love? No, that's a wolf. That's a predator. That's not love. So we're gonna take a look at this, a little bit of this anyways. It's from, Long Crime.
In what could be his complete fall from grace.
I can't see how he gets out of this. I just can't.
But there's a lot to unpack over more than 3 decades. So let's take a closer look at the complete timeline of allegations against P. Diddy and what we could see moving forward.
Wow,
He'll never get what he deserves totally. It's all the money. Money, money. They say he's a billionaire a few times over. I don't know if that's the case because, people like to inflate things. But him and Ebenstein.
this is really big. This is really big because you're thinking about this huge mogul. Like everyone knows who Puffy is, who Diddy is, who Puff Daddy is, who Sean Combs is. No matter what his name, you know who he is.
Who he is 54-year-old Sean Combs, a rapper, label executive, and entrepreneur who, as previously alluded to, goes by many names. He first rose to fame in the 90s after creating the record label Bad Boy Records.
And you know what? I don't know about you guys, but even back then, I thought he was a piece of crap. I mean, I've always thought he was a gross piece of crap. And this is always, I guess, just always. I remember when him and that Lopez and that, I think it was in Vegas. What about her? She worked for Nickelodeon just as bad as Diddy and his deeds. Oh, are you serious? Okay, I'm looking at, I might have to go up a bit. Cyprus. Do you remember we used to call the dad Billy Ray Virus? That's what we called him. Nope. It's got equally as a bad reputation. I mean, where does this stop?
That represented artists like the notorious B.I.G. or Biggie Smalls and Faith Evans. But it's recent allegations dating back to those early days that find Diddy under fire.
With all of the allegations that have come forward and come forth at this juncture, all the artists that have come forward alleging wrongdoing, I can't see how he gets out of this. I just can't.
That's former prosecutor Melba Pearson, who's followed Diddy's career since the 90s. Back then, there weren't any public allegations against him.
There might not have been allegations back then, but we still knew he was ish. We all knew he was ish.
To compare him to R. Kelly, for instance, there were rumors swirling around R. Kelly from the beginning. And that started off with his marriage to a very underage Aaliyah. And that's when folks were like, okay,
Right?
Something doesn't seem right here. But kind of put it to the side, just kind of put a pin in it for a few decades until all the bombshell allegations and ended up being proved in a court of law came forth. I feel like with Diddy, we did.
And what was going on with, I guess I should have added her young face to the mixture here, because Aaliyah, what the hell happened there? What the actual hell happened there? And R. Kelly, he can rot. There are all of these damn predators. And now they're talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce. I mean, allegedly, I'll just throw allegedly in all over the place because this is just the shit that's out there. This is just stuff from either seeing it on documentaries or seeing it on all of these different public forums. This is just my personal opinion. This is my opinion. This is my trauma. And what this has triggered, I can't even. I can't even. And then I sit here and I think, okay, with all my traumas, bad enough I was in a small town, but imagine, for some of it, right? But anyways, imagine not talking about that, not wanting to talk about it, not wanting to think about it, to all of a sudden, like you're world famous and every single person knows what allegedly went on. There's videos out there. Odell Beckham, that's what the piece of ish's name is. Wasn't he hooked up with Kim Kardashian? And they're also named in documents. It's just like, allegedly. Yep, fed to the wolf, R. Kelly. And what happened with that plane? Like, what? That's right. That's it. That's it. You know, us just ordinary people that have to go through this stuff. And I mean, there's a lot of us. I'm not special. There's a lot of us who have gone through all sorts of trauma. And you see a wolf like this piece of ish doing similar things as to what happened to us, you can feel for them. Like, Cassie, what the hell was he freaking thinking? Kim Porter, what went on there? Like, come on, Jay-Z and Beyonce. Are we going to learn stuff? I mean, they need to be locked up indefinitely, lose their assets, and carry on carrying on. Put them on that Ebenstein Island and let them, no, Snake Island.
Didn't
Oh,
hear that much. We
guys.
knew that he partied hard. We knew that he was always going to high profile events and all of that. But I personally have never heard any rumors surrounding any wrongdoing or anything having to do with him. So that's what was so stunning when Cassie Ventura filed her lawsuit earlier this
Oh, yeah,
year.
that was just shocking. Are you kidding me, lady? I don't even want to listen to you.
Liza met him at an event in New York where he got handsy, but it was at an after party where she, quote, was offered more drinks and was coerced into having sex with Combs. Liza says Diddy raped her and her friend that night. Days later, Liza alleges Diddy came to the place where she was staying. He was, quote, irate and began assaulting and choking Liza Gardner to the point that she passed out. The next year, 1991, Diddy allegedly raped another woman, Joy Dickerson Neal. Joy also filed suit against Diddy in November 2023, but says she met him 3 decades prior while she was a student at Syracuse University. The pair had mutual friends, and Joy actually appeared in one of Diddy's music videos. When they finally went out on a date, Diddy allegedly, quote, intentionally drugged her, resulting in her being in a physical state where she could not independently.
So there again, they're talking about him. What is it called? A roofie? They're talking about him putting this crap into people's drinks on top of that pink stuff that it was probably the pink stuff. This has been going on for as long as his name has been out there. Whether or not that, yeah, Cosby. Like, what the actual, do you know how much we loved Cosby growing up? Piece of ish.
Stand or walk. After that, she alleges Diddy raped her and recorded it all on video. She found out about the video days later when a friend revealed he'd seen it. Joy's lawsuit states she felt confusion, pain, embarrassment, and shame. So she did not.
And that is exactly confusion, pain, embarrassment, and shame. Those are the feelings. Imagine having that magnified to the point where someone like Bieber has got to deal with this now. I mean, it's out. It's everywhere. And the shite that people are putting on video and showing others, do you know how much that can damage him? It's just like, what?
Not go to the hospital or report the assault to the police and sought refuge in her apartment, avoiding any outside contact. Joy now demands a jury trial, something I asked law and crime legal analyst Julie Rendelman about.
Okay, we're not going to do that. Let's see.
Career is gaining the nickname Scar. 3 people were shot, though no one suffered any.
There we go.
Career is gaining steam. And by the late 90s, Diddy himself begins putting out songs, even snagging his first 2 Grammys in 1998. But the following year marks the next stop on the Diddy timeline, the New York nightclub shooting. It happened on December 27th, 1999 at about 2:55 a.m. A fight broke out at a nightclub in New York City between Diddy, Jamal Barrow, known as the rapper Shine, and this guy, Matthew Allen, who went by the nickname Scar. 3 people were shot, though no one suffered any life-threatening injuries. All 3 men were arrested, as was Jennifer Lopez, Diddy's then-girlfriend. J-Lo's charges were dropped, but both Diddy and Shine went to trial. Diddy was acquitted, but Shine was convicted on charges of attempted murder and criminal possession of a weapon. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Here's Melba again to explain.
This was something that was an outgrowth of that time frame. So I don't think folks were super shocked at that juncture. I think what was more shocking was sort of Jennifer Lopez's involvement in all of this, because I don't think, even though she was like,
Yeah, yada, yada. She's so good.
When she was just a junior in high school, Jane Doe says she met one of Diddy's friends at a club near Detroit. After that, he flew her on a private jet to New York to meet Diddy. She says Diddy raped her in a studio there, and her lawsuit includes specific notes about Diddy, saying, quote, he told her that he could not orgasm and asked her to squeeze his nipples as hard as she could.
You see the shite?
According to her suit, she started working with Diddy when she was just 19 years old, and he was 37. She says Diddy began, quote, almost immediately asserting possession and control over her and inserting himself into all aspects of her career and her personal life. That includes things like forcing Cassie to use illegal drugs and have sex with prostitutes as Diddy watched or masturbated. She also alleges
He's just an upstanding piece of crap. I can't listen to that anymore, guys. I'm done. So this guy, Cat Williams, he's been doing a lot of outing, and I appreciate that.
Who gonna turn down $50 million? Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right, because P. Diddy be wanting to party, and you gotta tell him.
This has been out for some time, and I watched in one interview where he said, and it might even be this one, that he says basically everything's going to come out in 2024. So I hope that's the truth. And I hope people have to start paying for what they have done to others. You know, when I feel bad for absolutely anybody that got connected with these arseholes. They were all abused. They were roofied. They were touched when they shouldn't have been touched, waking up with people they don't remember meeting. And all because this guy wants to like just put a little of that pink stuff into your liquids so you have no inhibitions. Someone broke down on something I watched the other day, everything that's in there. And it's quite interesting because one of the things that are in there, other than the cola, there was cola, there was Viagra. There's 5 different things. And all this stuff gives them like limp pretzel. So they throw on top of this, oh, what is that other one? I haven't done these things. What is that other one? That one. Tassie there. That's in that pink stuff. And I guess the pink is food coloring. I think I heard this from, who's that woman that's speaking out right now all over the place? Like she's doing kind of what this Cat Williams is. Okay, we'll get back to this.
No. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. Motherfuckers be gay in Hollywood, you never fucking expected. They be having these big ass mansion parties, and the mansion party, the whole mansion is a party, and then it's a separate party in the little rooms. I ain't been famous that goddamn long. I'm excited than a motherfucker to be at the mansion party. You be looking in all the goddamn rooms, and you fuck around and look in the wrong room. Nick, come here. Why you think I speak with such clarity? I'm actually involved in each one.
Yeah, he really seems to have the goods, doesn't he? Doesn't he, though? Let me see here. So, Diddy's legal troubles, J-Lo arrest alleged is on UCLA football coach. Piece of shit. Sorry, he does. He's got me going, guys.
Diddy Combs has been celebrated in the hip hop community as a multi-platinum artist and entrepreneur and mogul, but his image is changing as last week his homes were raided by a joint task force connected to allegations of sex trafficking and sex assault.
All right, this week's episode of Street Soldiers, Lisa Evers finds out the details of the raid and what may be next for the hip hop mogul.
For sure, the civil lawsuits accusing of sexual.
So they raided 3 of his places at the same time. I do have that in the playlist. It was something else because they went in hard. They went in hard. And they did his California place, his New York place, and his Florida place all at the same time. And from what I've heard, I can't say 1,000%, but it sounds like it was basically electronics that they wanted. They wanted everything. Diddy allegedly has cameras in every room of these places, and he uses them to control people. I've got you doing this, and I've got you doing that, allegedly. Allegedly.
Assault, sex trafficking, and other offenses are shocking and disturbing. Months after the claims were filed, some still wanted to believe the motive was money, not justice. But on March 25th, federal raids on his Los Angeles and Miami homes changed everything. Combs continues to categorically deny all the accusations, but the feds, for the first time, confirmed a criminal investigation is underway. It's a game changer because now the stakes are much higher.
Let's see if they're
and his
going to
very
show
freedom
us.
could be on the line.
Yeah.
A March video from Fox 11, you can see Homeland Security agents in tactical gear with long guns lining up in what's called a stack at the gate.
So this was just on March 25th that they did this, that they went in and raided these places.
To Sean Diddy Combs' $40 million compound, acting on search warrants. Diddy's attorney, Aaron Dyer, called the raids a gross overuse of military-level force. The equipment was most likely the result of concerns about guns and drugs on the property, says Homeland Security expert Hal Kempfer.
We're looking at HSI going in kind of heavy, armored vehicles, ballistic protection, assault rifles, basically.
Can you imagine, though, going into a place where you know this guy's got weapons, you know he's got security, you know pretty much what goes on behind these closed doors. Them going in with the National Guard is about the only way you could do it. You had to be able to go through that place without anyone getting out. And you have to keep yourself safe. Therefore, you wear full tactical gear, you bring in the big trucks, keep yourself safe, and down these guys.
With a lot of other things that they needed because they were very concerned about the threat assessment. What was there?
For several decades following the murder in 1997 of his bad boy.
Again, they say that he had everything to do with Biggie Smalls. And the word's also going around there that maybe he paid to have Tupac. This is what's flowing around.
Record superstar Notorious B.I.G., Sean Diddy Combs has been a larger-than-life figure. He set trends in music, fashion.
Okay, so this here, Young Miami, the girl that's been hanging out with him for the past while, you should see some of her interviews. She's a twisted little thing as well. She's a predator. She's a predator.
And lifestyle and branding,
in my
as
opinion.
A businessman and entrepreneur. He's even appeared on Broadway and in feature films. He applied his music industry honed marketing skills to his Sean John clothing line, Ciroc Vodka, Revolt TV, and other ventures.
And it does sound like he has sold off some of these ventures. They're not going to make any money now. Nobody wants this bastard anywhere near them.
The lawsuits compelled many entities to cancel their association with him.
What did I just read? Prep
Diddy's
school?
cultural footprint was
Give
huge,
me a
says New
break.
TV and other ventures. Before the lawsuits compelled many entities.
Diddy Harlem Prep School partnership. Oh, ends amid SA allegations. Now there we go.
To cancel their association with
Lordy.
him. Diddy's cultural footprint was huge, says New York Post lifestyle reporter Asia Grace.
Diddy was the untouchable man. He was on the Mount Rushmore of hip hop moguls. There was nothing he couldn't do, no space that he couldn't dominate, whether that was music, pop culture, fashion, education, politics. I mean, my entire life, Diddy was the man.
The civil lawsuit allegations have already cost Combs millions of dollars in
And that's what they say. He was the man. You know, he had to appear in all of their videos. If one of his guys was making an album or something, he had to be in there dancing. Like, how narcissistic is that?
Losses from canceled deals. There was public humiliation on social media where the more sensational claims spread like wildfire. Combs continues to deny the allegations, but claims made in civil cases can lead to criminal investigations and criminal charges, says criminal defense attorney Dante Mills.
Do you know what they called that, Mexi? Puffy's Flavor Camp. Diddy's Flavor Camp. What the frick?
They move forward with a civil case, but in that civil case, they spell out what happened. And because of who they were suing, Sean Combs, it got people's attention. And the way the investigators work is they're just kind of out and about and they're looking and they have their eyes open and their ears open. And when they see something that they think could be illegal activity, they start to investigate.
All they have to do is look around. He's not shy about it. They're just finally paying attention to it. This isn't new. And the fact that they're trying to say it is just as disgusting. Everybody kept it top secret, and yet, as secretive as it was, everybody had their suspicions.
As new developments unfold here, it's important for us to understand exactly what we're seeing. I hope you'll join us as we go in depth with our expert panel on the next step.
Piece of shite. Combs is currently facing a slew of allegations, including connections to a federal traffic investigation. Sorry, I have to talk like a kid. But it's not the first time the bad boy musician crossed paths with the law. January 2nd, Puffy Combs addresses media during a press conference at the Plaza Hotel. Looks like he's hiding his face. Diddy's award-studded career spanned 3 decades, has long been larded by a laundry list of legal troubles, including RA, and possession of weapons. Nearly all of the allegations have been denied by his lawyer and then later dismissed. Look at what money does, right? We'll just hide this. We'll sweep this under the carpet until we can't. I worry for the victims. I worry that they won't survive what is going on. That is my biggest worry. I have literally, after seeing, and I've seen it more than once, that one where there's Bieber and Odell Beckham. Honest to God, I see that thing one more time, I'm going to yak. What the mother was going on? Are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Yeah, and Usher, he went to Diddy's Flavor Camp. His mom sent him there for a year. And what did he say on Howard Stern? Well, I went to see the lifestyle, and I did. And then when he was asked if he would let his own children go there, it was like, hell no. Same freaking idea. And then they say, this is alleged, that Usher is the one that brought Justin Bieber to this monster. This is what they're saying. P. Diddy Combs speaks at a press conference in July 20th, 2004. 1992, several people died and injured during a celebrity basketball game in Harlem. Diddy was one of the promoters of the event. No charges were filed against him. 1999, Diddy arrested along with Jennifer Lopez because she was stupid enough to carry his weapon for him. December 1999, Puff Daddy, good God, and J-Lo, Jennifer the Bitch Lopez were arrested in New York City. I probably am going to get demonetized anyways, like I'm choked. So yeah, they were arrested for criminal possession of a weapon and possession of stolen property. A lovely couple. She was held by the authorities for 14 hours, handcuffed to a bench at a police precinct in Midtown. He was charged with illegal possession of a weapon, which was later acquitted. He's just as ugly then as he is now. 2015, accused of swinging a kettlebell. Those things are massive. At a UCLA coach. Variety reported that Diddy was accused of assaulting a UCLA football coach. Combs allegedly swung a kettlebell at the assistant coach. He was arrested at the time and charged with assault with a weapon. Of course, the charges were later dropped. Bad boy rapper speaks out after prison release. Former bad boy rapper G. Depp served 13 years in prison for M. Now he says he's ready to work with Diddy again. There we are. 2017, Diddy was sued by former chef for harassment. 2017, Diddy's former chef, chief? Cindy, hold on. So if I remember correctly, he wanted her to bring him food after they had these big group things. 23, Diddy accused of subjecting Cassie to years-long abusive relationship. Cassandra Cassie Ventura, they say, which included, okay. In the suit filed against the producer and music mogul in New York federal court that Combs brought her into his ostentatious, fast-paced, and rug-fueled lifestyle not long after she met him and signed to his label. She was 19, he was 37. Lordy, lordy. Do you guys all see them?
Security agents raided homes in Miami and Los Angeles belonging to rapper Sean Diddy Combs.
Now the Combs, one iconic music producer. Tonight, Sean P. Diddy Combs is back in the headlines as his mansions in Los Angeles and Miami are raided by Homeland Security in what's believed to be connected to a sex trafficking case spearheaded by the Southern District of New York.
Oftentimes in situations like this, there are serious charges being launched. A number of law enforcement parties participate in order to conduct the appropriate investigations, especially nationwide ones like this.
It's believed the case is originating out of New York because that's where Diddy was originally sued by his ex-girlfriend, Cassie, who...
And I don't know if you guys have seen much on Cassie. I think, didn't we go through... We did. We went through her probable cause. Oh, is that one I didn't share? I'll have to look back because some of them were disturbing to the point where there's no way I'm sharing it. Just, yeah. So I'll have to take a look. And if I didn't, there's a reason for it.
who accused him of rape and physical assault. She also said he forced her to have sex with male prostitutes in front of him. Others, named and unnamed, have followed suit.
This is sort of unprecedented, what's happening here. You wouldn't often expect a celebrity mogul such as P. Diddy to be the subject.
How can you say this? You guys are all acting like nobody knew. This is the disturbing part. Nobody wants to own up to the fact that everybody pretty much knew what he was doing.
Of such an investigation.
Video shows multiple people being corralled around the property. There are reports Diddy's sons were inside his LA home. They were questioned and released. It's unclear what Homeland Security was looking for and if they found it.
A search warrant is a very serious thing, and it allows law enforcement to go in and catalog evidence and do a thorough investigation.
Those in Diddy's neighborhood say they never expected something like this to happen here.
I see.
So I'm just reading chat over there, and I agree with you, Tony. There's a lot of people because they have said, I mean, can't say 1,000%, but it's being said that he had cameras in every room of his houses, so he could control people. That's what they're saying.
That a lot of girls, maybe 5 or 6 girls outside. Some leaving, some not. Some going in. Black Suburbans. Never know. I never thought anything of it, but now this is crazy.
Diddy has denied any wrongdoing. His last public comment on this was back in December when he posted to Instagram, "Enough is enough."
Yeah, enough is enough, you piece of shit. Okay, so Diddy investigation. Ex-bad boy rapper speaks out. No. Let's see what this is.
Welcome back. He is a former protege of Sean Diddy Combs and was recently.
Well, a lot, Natasha and Bianca. While many of Diddy's associates and friends have remained silent about the sexual...
It was amazing.
I caught up with Travell Coleman, known to his many fans as hip-hop artist G. Depp, near his Harlem residence about 2 weeks after he was released from Fishkill Correctional Facility. The former Bad Boy Records artist made his name and his fame with his hit Special Delivery with Diddy and with other songs. He turned himself into police in 2010 for a fatal shooting he'd committed in 1993 and did...
Wow. Just great company, this piece of crap.
13 years in prison. Before that, he spent many days and nights with Diddy and says he never saw any of the shocking behavior described in the civil lawsuits.
And I'm like, when did that happen? Like, you know what I mean? We were in the studio like for months on end with each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know where this is coming from.
I call bullshit with this guy. I call bullshit.
G. Depp says it was deceased hip-hop artist Black Rob who brought him into Bad Boy Records. He says there was artist training and development and that Diddy was a hands-on producer who actively was involved in making the hit songs, even working the soundboards himself.
Yeah, I don't care about that either, guys. It's like, what? Oh, Lordy, this piece of shite. So the one that I'm going to show you next. Okay, have you all seen? Let me see. Maybe I want to do this first. I'm gonna. So I don't know. This is on Twitter from 99 attempts. So what the hell is Justin Bieber doing at this POS's house for 2 days? Look at the age difference. He's something like 15.
Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but
Oh my God.
It's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
Yeah.
You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher. I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
Yeah. Exactly. Look at how young he was. Okay, these guys don't. They usually just play music, and it's no good.
You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way
Oh,
we
there
used
we
to hang
go.
out. What's up?
Look at how scared he looks. Like, uncomfortable much?
You never really got my number, so.
Okay.
How's that for uncomfortable?
Number?
Stop it. Oh my God. Diddy's lawyers have hit out at the rates, branding them a gross overuse of military level force, whatever. He was not detained and spoke to authorities, and neither he or his family members were arrested, and they have not been banned from travel. They can still get on their little planes and fly wherever they want. So they're figuring that that was about 2010 when Bieber was working closely with his mentor, Usher, whose own career was cultivated in part by Diddy during the 90s. Starting to act different, huh? You haven't been calling me or hanging out the way you used to hang out. He's talking to, what, a 14, 15-year-old? Like, give me a flippin' break. Fidgeting, Bieber shuffles his feet and mumbles, well, I mean, you haven't. You tried to get in contact with me through all my, my partners and whatnot. But you never really got my number. So you want my number? Diddy questions Bieber about why he's starting to act different. 15. "48 hours with the baby star." Having their times of their life, but we can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. Gonna go full buck. And we're gonna go full buck, full crazy. Let's go get some girls. And there's been a lot said about too as well while he was there for that year. So he was 13 when he stayed at Diddy's for a couple of days. Well, this is interesting too. Usher can be seen talking about the year he spent at Diddy's home in New York when he was just 13, claiming he saw some things that were pretty wild. I went there to see the lifestyle, and I saw it. This is with Howard Stern. But I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild. It was crazy. There was very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp? Stern asked Usher, and his response was fairly quick, hell no. This is in 2004. Usher recalled how Diddy introduced him to a totally different set of, I don't know. It's so hot in the industry, man, he continued, claiming there was always girls around. You'd open a door and you'd see someone doing it, or several people in a room. This was what he was showing a 13-year-old. Combs has been the defendant in several SA lawsuits in recent months. A male music producer accused Combs of SA and forcing him to sleep with workers. And then we've got Cassie, who filed that lawsuit, and they do say she got something around, they're saying 30 million. Look at that. And they didn't pick him up. I really, really hope that all the information that was on those different discs and whatever the hell whatever he's got, I hope they get enough to lock him up until the day he dies. One of Diddy's accusers is a woman who alleges that he AR'd her 2 decades ago when she was 17. And of course, he denies that. Looking for a quick payday. That's what they say, right? Oh, just looking for a quick payday. What? Further information as time comes. Just, are you kidding me? What do you guys think? I hope that the people he did this to can survive all of the scrutiny now, everybody knowing everything. I don't know. I hope he is stronger than I'm thinking. What about Corey Gamble, too? That name's floating around out there pretty much. Why was Corey Gamble with Bieber? I remember Kanye West said something about him being some kind of handler at one point. Let's see here. Okay, we just looked at that. He is just so freaking creepy. I'm looking for a certain video. A 15-year-old's dream. What a nightmare he is. It's not a dream, that's a nightmare. Take a look at this with me. So, yeah. So, of course, we just learned about this. And where the hell are the parents, guys? Where are the people that are supposed to be taking care of these kids? You know, is it just all about the money? Because I tell you what, as a parent, if I found out this went on, oh my word, I would end up in the Who Scout because it's not okay. I know, wasn't that something? What? I wonder if I can find that. Let's see. That is too funny. Corey Feldman. And the other Corey that didn't make it, his buddy. I'm looking for. Let me come back there. What was I?
I'll tell you the truth. But the
Okay.
I'm telling you. Yes, I'm telling you. Look, later you gonna find out a little shit that I be saying. Do you understand what I'm saying? Man, listen. I'm trying to tell you the truth. But the truth, sometimes it hurts.
Oh my God. I think this is the one we're looking for.
Right. It hurts people and they don't want to hear that shit, but I'm trying to tell you, nigga asked me, could he take me shopping? And it bugged me up because I'm looking like, what the fuck did this nigga just I want to take you shopping. I got a bankroll on this motherfucker. I want to take you shopping. Why? Because when you walk around looking so motherfucking good, I want to feel like, God damn it, that mother.
Oh, Lordy. There's another one. I'm going to look for it. There's one that's just hilarious. Oh, this might be it. Okay.
Like, yeah, like first he was amping him to get style. Then he was like, yo, he's like, yo, so yo, when we gonna get the chance to, to kick it, like we can just hang out, nigga. We gotta kick it. This is Paul. Okay. He telling me we gotta kick it and shit. And he was like, yo, why don't we like go shopping or some shit? I mean, like I pay for it. And I was like, what the fuck this nigga just said? I got the fuck away from him because I was like, this nigga like the fucking this nigga just tell me he'd take me shopping. And this is shit that goes on. So there's your little fruit pile. It's a fruit pile. It's a fruit pile. Trust me. I've seen these little weird ass pictures and shit like that out there. Sitting out there for no reason. If you don't see accident pictures, it'll be like kissing niggas. Like that doesn't happen by accident. You know what I'm saying?
That doesn't happen by accident.
It's like, yo, so yo, when we gonna get the chance to, to kick it, like we can just hang out, nigga. We gotta kick it. This is Paul. Okay. He telling me we gotta kick it and shit. And he was like, yo, why don't we like go shopping or some shit? I mean, like I pay for it. And I was like, what the fuck this nigga just said?
That face is the best. Oh, Lordy. Thanks for dealing with me today, guys. I've just been, oh my God, I've been cranky about this. It just should never have happened. People should never, ever get away with this crap. I mean, it's bad enough that it happens. But can you imagine, like I said, how amplified this would be for like a kid? I don't know how old he is now, 20s, late 20s maybe, but I can tell you what, it's still there. Sean Diddy moved his Twitter. Oh, really? I'm calming down. Hula. He's got to go down. Him and his little buddies there. What do you guys think about Jay-Z? Is he next? Who's next? Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Love, Sean Combs. Like, come on. Who the hell are you today? Does he figure if he changes his name, does he actually figure that that erases the shite he's pulled? Justin has been through some horrific situations. Resurfaced video of Justin Bieber and Sean Diddy raises concerns. Look how young he is here. Look at that. Like, you sick mofo. Trigger warning. This article includes reference to SA. An old video of him with teenage Justin Bieber resurfaced and went viral. I think they said he was 13 when this happened. Maybe he was 15. "48 hours with Diddy. Kid's dream, my ass." Ex-girlfriend Cassie sued him for R and for batting her around, leading to more accusations from other individuals. Rodney Lil Rod Jones also accused Diddy of SA, and we did go through his paperwork. Later, the Love album, Off the Grid producer and videographer Jones also accused the rapper of SA during the production of the album. These allegations have damaged Diddy's reputation and raised questions about his behavior. The outcome and the legal battle remain uncertain, but they have certainly had a significant impact on Diddy's life and career. Just what? He's 54 and Combs and has denied all the allegations against him. His attorneys have branded the lawsuits money grabs. Are you freaking kidding me? Who would want that pig touching him? I mean, you can pretty much go right away and say, no, that wasn't approved of. No way in hell that piece of crap would be touching anything. Cassie accused him of R-word 2018, beating her up, demanding she carry firearms to make her uncomfortable and demonstrate how dangerous he is. Made her have encounters with male workers. Lawsuits against him started on November 16th, 2023. Cassie had what, 10 years with that piece of crap? It was filed under the New York Adult Survivors Act just before it expired. Why does this shit expire? Why does this expire? It can take people decades to get the courage up to speak about things that have happened to them. Why is this not? Why is there any kind of statute of limitation on these kind of things? As I said in the thumbnail, He's stealing souls, is what he's doing. He's ripping souls out of younger people. When he does these things, he changes them, he alters them for their entire life. Ostentatious, fast-paced, and rug-fueled lifestyle. Like, are you kidding me? That was back in November. So, yeah. Survivors brought lawsuits against some of the state's most powerful men, including major players in entertainment, such as Bill Cosby, Harvey Weinstein, Axl Rose, really? Doesn't surprise me, and Combs. And then you got Lil Rod, who said that he was subjected to unwanted advances by Diddy. There's also somewhere where they say that Cuba Gooding Jr. was going at this guy, allegedly. So he says Combs' ex, Ali, harassed, rugged, and threatened him for more than a year. The lawsuit identified rapper 50 Cent's former girlfriend and the mother of one of his children, Daphne Joy, as one of the workers. The lawsuit also alleges Combs regularly hosted ex-trafficking parties with underage women, illegal rugs, and implies record label execs who looked the other way financially benefited from the access to the celebrities, dignitaries, including, so it's funny here, they'll say including British Royal Prince Harry. You know, it's funny because there is that picture out there. Now, if you look just left to him, there's Big Brother William. So why are they talking about Prince Harry when they're not talking about Prince William? It's like, okay. And it didn't look like they were up to anything. It didn't look suspicious. Ryan Mendelson, 20, who used to live in the area where Combs' Los Angeles property was searched, told reporters he would see parties at the home and women outside until 6 a.m. was not unusual. I drive by a lot and I see that. A lot of girls, maybe 5 or 6 girls outside, some leaving, some not, some going. Joy Dickerson Neal, November 2023, filed a lawsuit alleging that Combs rugged her aide and secretly recorded the assault while she was in college. That is the crap that they're saying he is pulling. They're saying cameras in each room so that he can control. So it's also saying in here that he was showing it to other people, these videos. I hope to hell they got them, man. I hope they got all of these videos. And do you know what? If it's true that Justin Bieber ended up a victim like it's looking like, I hope the kid has it in him to charge his sorry ass. It's not an easy thing to do. Absolutely not. But I can pretty much say the world's got him. If the diddler mentions Bill or Hillary. Yeah. Corey Feldman. And what was the other Corey's name? The one that didn't make it? They were buddies. They were the two Coreys, right? When we were growing up. And he didn't make it. And he did talk about his trauma. Where are all the parents? Does it come down to it's all about the money? Is that what it comes down to? Holy shite. Just absolutely flippin' disgusting, guys. Yeah, that's what they're saying. That name's floating around out there. Absolutely. Usually, to me, Dandy, it means the exact opposite. Most people that I've met with uncanny amounts of money have been total dickwads. If that's what it does, yeah, there we go. There's another one. Jimmy Seville. Absolutely. Absolutely. So is that what happened with the side of his face? Was that from the backs? Oh yeah, that name's coming out too. Oh, boom, boom, boom. Yep. No, are you serious? Now, what a little doll, eh? What a little doll. Yeah, Beyonce's. But then, I mean, is this stuff going on in that household too? Are these guys all disgusting pigs? You know, Diddy has 3 young daughters. He's got the twins from Kim Porter, and then the other girl, I don't know who the mom is. I mean, he's got kids everywhere. But he has those twins living with him. What? The 2 older boys, they live with him. And one's been charged with SA as well. Like, how many lives, including his family, does this guy get to ruin? Are you serious? They were invited to Diddy's house. So we'll just say allegedly? What the mother hell is that? I'm doing pretty good here because I honestly expected I'm going to have a cigarette. I thought I was going to be bawling my eyes out through this. I was so worked up this morning. This stuff that I'm seeing, does it not trigger you guys that have gone through shite? It's just like you want to save I'm seriously worried about that Justin Bieber. It bothers me. It, in a large way, it bothers me. I personally know people that have not made it because the trauma has been too much. And I feel like I'm watching it in slow motion right now. Yeah, plus they're putting that pink crap in the liquor bottles so it gets them all revved up. Yeah. Yeah. I seen Diddy talking to Ellen DeGeneres about his parties. And she asked him, what time do they start? And he said, 9:30. And she's like, I can make that. I thought you'd be about midnight. And he laughs and says, yeah, that's a different kind of party. Yeah, Blue Ivy. That is Jay-Z and Beyonce's. She actually did a really good job when she was on tour with her mom. She's a great little dancer. Sure would. It absolutely would. For anyone out there who might be struggling with this life and maybe don't have a support system, there is help out there. You matter. And that is the mental health hotline. Thank you so, so much. Is that your direct line? Yeah. Yeah. I've seen that. I've seen that. The Biden spanking video? Yeah. Yeah. Hearing all the names. Oh, I don't buy that for a second. I don't buy that for 1 second. Yeah. Corey Haim, thank you, Dandy. He did not make it. And who is he talking about back then? Oh, good Lord, guys. What is that actor's name? His dad acts. He's just a piece of shit, too. Yep. Corey Feldman. Roman Polanski. I don't know what that is. Ramsay Hunt syndrome. What the hell is that, Dandy? Oh, there you go. Because you know what? You know what? It's going around in a great big frickin' way that that whole group has got the ERPs. Ramsay Hunt syndrome, guys. Herpes zoster oticus occurs when your shingles outbreak affects the facial nerve area. Oh, in one of your ears. In addition to the painful shingle rash, Ramsay Hunt syndrome can cause facial paralysis and hearing loss in the infected ear. So that's okay. For rare disorders. So does this stick around? Rare neurological disorder that typically affects adults over 60. The disorder is characterized by facial weakness or paralysis of the facial nerve, something like facial palsy. Now, I've seen that, but this gives you the rash on the ear and the mouth, and symptoms are usually on one side of the face unilaterally. Ringing in the ears, hearing loss may also be present. Ramsay Hunt syndrome caused by the varicella zoster virus, the same virus that causes chicken pox in children and shingles in adults. In Ramsay Hunt syndrome, previous inactive or dormant varicella zoster virus is reactivated and spreads to effect. So what, does this thing never go away? Treatment, anti-inflammatory drugs or steroids to reduce the pain and swelling in the nerves. There's usually a good prognosis when treatment is started within 3 days of the onset of symptoms. However, some patients may have permanent facial paralysis. What the hell, guys? Brutal. Oh, Roman Polanski? Absolutely one of the worst. And then who's the other one? Weird looking little dude. Married to Mia Farrow for a while. That's what they're saying. That she's just as bad. Yeah, very, very triggering. It is. Yeah, it's nothing new. Shit goes on since forever. It bugs me. It disgusts me. And the fact that it's nothing new, I don't even know what to say to that. Abused a child in Jack Nicholson's house. Seriously, still wanted. I figured that he still had something going on, but I couldn't remember what that was all about. Yep, the casting coach has been around for a while. Michael Weatherly. Charlie Sheen, that's who I was thinking of. That's who I was thinking of. With Corey Haim. Allegedly. Oh, it could be too much nose candy. Vax injury. That's who I was just thinking of. Yes, Woody Allen. Vile, vile, vile little nonce. You know, person can't solve the world's problems. I understand that. But when it comes we all vomit names, but nobody wants to talk about why this happens. I'm sitting right here. I'm sitting right here, and I want to talk about why this happens. This is what we're doing. Sadly, groomers groom. They've been groomed. So when it's like anything else, a lot of people, when they've been used, that's what they learn. And they used some, and then they start using people too. Way too much control, Mexi. Way too much control. Yep, it happens because powerful people want to be puppet masters. Does it? Where do I get some of that? What is that? I don't even know what that is, friend. It's the hype of Hollywood, the hype of being known, rich and famous. They dangle it over your head. Well, it's a good thing that I've never really been one who wants to chase the almighty dollar. I mean, it is what it is. It doesn't make anybody, they may be able to go on a bigger boat. They may be able to see things I can't see, but I don't give two shites. It's not what makes the person. Oh my God. And I mean, right? If I wanted to be rich, I would be. I'm into enjoying life. What is that though, James? What is, like, are you talking literally? But the people that really want to get in can get influenced in doing things just to get in. It's true. It's true. That video with Odell Beckham, it infuriates me. It infuriates me. And there's nothing you can do. You can make awareness. We can have these talks, and we can try and figure out why people do what they do. But they got to start charging people and giving them consequences. It doesn't matter how much money they have. It doesn't matter. Lock them up. Just about said the F word. We have all gone through our own ish in life. We're going to have things that are going to trigger us. Yours might be different than mine. That person over there might be different. We've all got triggers. This is a trigger for me. This is a massive trigger for me. This is why I'm ranting. This is why I'm going over it. And this is why I want the discussion. We can't make it stop, but can we start holding people accountable for what they do? Is that ever going to happen? The sad thing about it all is these young people work day and night to be the best, and they have to do something else to be famous. Yeah. Yeah. During one of Sheen's mental breakdowns, he was waving a bottle labeled tiger blood, probably wine, but he was off his dad's flying high. Okay. Isn't that kind of how that guy lives his life? Like, talk about a predator. I think with people who are survivors of Hollywood and are still in the industry, don't speak out a lot of reasons. And that's also shame. It is. See? Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So this is where I'm at with this Bieber. I mean, I don't know why I've decided this one kid is traumatizing to me. But come on. He needs to speak out. These guys need to go down. Now, he can speak out or not. That's his deal. That is his deal. But it would be nice if these guys would truly start paying for what they are doing and what they have done. Don't just hide it. Don't just be able to buy off this person or move to that island or, oh my God. Yeah, his dad was a great actor. I don't know if social media has made the world smaller. The percentages of narcissist and narcissistic behaviors are on the rise. So parental guidance, maybe. Because he's Canadian, admit it. Yeah, he used to just live down the street from me. I babysat him. I mean, he's just a kid. I don't know if that's got anything to do with it, but it like I said to Mexi this morning, it disturbs me right from the bottom of my stomach all the way to the frickin' throat. Him too? Inflicting onto an innocent child, I have no words for people with no empathy or morals. This is it. And the almighty dollar gives all of these Weinsteins, all of these Ebensteins, Frankensteins, Diddy, possibly Jay-Z, yeah, there's some big ones. You bet. Clive Davis and Quincy Jones, allegedly. But was not Clive Davis, was he not Diddy's mentor? And that guy's like messed right up. Even Jackie Kennedy didn't want info out there until all of her children were gone. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. You're probably right. Make a list of who's not involved. It's probably shorter. Wow. I mean, I know we do true crime, right? We're usually covering missing kids and people who have disappeared and people who have been, but this is a crime. This is one of the biggest crimes you can do out there. It's behaviors like this. Ah, Lordy. I've heard that too about Tupac. I've heard a couple things about Tupac. And I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I know he was dating Quincy's daughter, wasn't he, even when he passed? Yeah, Prince Andrew. Like, what? And we can't fix it. I mean, this is something we can't fix. We can make people aware, but I mean, that's happening all over the place too, isn't it? You know, you feel passionately about something and you want to do whatever you can to fix it. And when you run into a wall where you know the almighty dollar is going to make the difference of how the story goes. The story is never really told. They pay everyone off. That's what I think. I think the victims and survivors could be in the hundreds, if not thousands, friend. Diddy has been doing this shite for at least 30 years. Ebenstein, how long was he doing it? Weinstein, how long was he doing it? Gross old piece of shite. Prince Andrew always had a shady past. I remember when he dated the palace was not happy with him. Right? And it's like, oh my God, man. Oh la. So I wish the best to every one of these victims. I hope they are able to gain strength. I hope they're able to get confidence. I hope they're able to realize that they are worthy. All the things that these acts take away from these kids, I really hope that some of these people get the help that's required, you know, because what has been done allegedly never, ever, ever leaves the victim. You can work on it. You can talk about it. You can share your stories, but it is not going to change a frickin' thing. And us, just the average Joe, we can't go back 30 years and go, you know what you did to me? I want you locked up. We can't do that. We don't get that satisfaction. And that's the thing. And now, how many of the victims are now perpetrators too? And sadly, that is how it goes, right? A lot of people can break it. You know, there's a lot of people, but it takes frickin' work. And when I find out there's a predator, they're not within my vicinity because it's not going to be a good outcome for anybody. It's just not. I remember that. Randy Andy. Yeah, it's bad. Like, it does sound like, allegedly, that Diddy's kids, boys, are now acting out of line. We have read that those parties covered the entire house. And they're massive. His abodes are massive. And like I said, allegedly, there's cameras in every one of these rooms. So all of a sudden you go do something, you're married, you're this, you're that, big star, and you're in there with the same sex. They're gonna, look what he's got on all these people. Hope for karma. Wow, hey? Oh, yes, 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 yes. I'm saying nothing. Yes, that's the thing. That's what they were raised around. And allegedly, Kim Porter was getting the Cassie treatment while she was with him. Allegedly. And may she rest in peace. Yep. God save the king. Yeah, Mountbatten. Lordy, lordy, guys. Well, that was my spew. I I know I can't change it. I know I can't, but I so would if I could. I mean, I'd put my arms around every single broken human out there if I could. Oh, right, Tony? Stuff them right up their asses. Yeah, I'm like, you told me allegedly. I'm being Have. I wasn't even, it was actually me, I was talking with Mexi this morning, and she was basically the one that said, use your voice. And she's right. I'm starting to feel a little bit better getting that out. And you guys, I see that you are, oh, Lordy. Oh, Lordy, Lordy. Like, I would just lay a big blanket of love on them and help them survive. Because I tell you what, it's not an easy thing to survive. You do it because but not everybody can, right? Not everybody can. And I'll pray for them to my God, my higher power, I guess you would say. And that's the thing. They'll probably end up on the internet at some point. The dress was bad enough. She said, "You're a Canadian God. You're Canadian God." To my God, to my higher power. Yeah, hello, Chooch. Chooch. How you doing? Want to get up here, Chooch, and slam Diddy with me? Oh, no, I wouldn't want to be on that list either, James. Not on her list. Pillory. Okay, I think I can breathe without feeling stifled. It's been, like I said, it's been since I seen that video with that Odell Beckham or whatever the frick that loser's name is. It's, oh, I do know that there's a lot of females involved. Give me some names there, Christy. And they are bad. Yeah. Yeah. The only female I can think of right now is possibly Young Miami, because the female names are not coming out. Oh, it is so concerning. And the first time I seen it, Maxie, it did me in. It just did me in. That poor frickin' kid. Oh, that we did. That we did. And they thought that that was just lovely. Grown ass women touching him, grabbing him by the butt when he's like, what, 15? Do you think so, James? I'm not doubting it for a minute. Just look at the Bad Boy Records catalog and assume how they got on that label. Yeah. KK. Oh, yes, there is. They're talking about possibly them too, the KKs. Allegedly. Super allegedly. Yeah. Oh my God, guys. It needs to be talked about more. And it needs to be talked about more. People have to actually realize and put some thought into what the hell's going on. Put themselves in their shoes. It's not a very nice place to be. Yep. Time travel through another dimension. Right? Yeah, I've heard some creepy things about that young Miami, but I don't know, right? I've heard her say some stuff that's very questionable, but I haven't seen any charges yet. They need to charge these people. That is one of the biggest issues. I'm just a wacky conspiracy theorist from Timbuktu if Hillary is watching. Okay, guys, I am going to say thank you very much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. An hour and a half venting session. So I appreciate you guys. You know I do. I am going to start looking. I'm thinking about doing the opening statements for Karen Reed. So, yeah, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate it. I really, really do. So much love, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.